Hey, you, are you looking to break into tech sales? You don't have any experience, you don't have a degree, maybe you've been looking at the tech boot camps that are out there, maybe you're looking at course careers and you're a course career student. Well, hey, I'm gonna give you my honest feedback where you're gonna learn 6 steps that I took that helped me get 10 plus job offers as soon as I graduated from Course Careers. So what you guys wanna do, stick around. You don't wanna miss these tips, and let's get straight to it. Alrighty guys, today I'm gonna make sure I stay on point. So I'm gonna grab my notebook to have these notes because man, I can speak all day. So first, before I get started, who am I? So my name is Jordan. I'm a Course Career alumni. I finished the course about around August. It took me about 3 months or so. So, I come from the financial world and real estate, a business owner as well. And I just wanted something different. Sometimes we force ourselves to do things that we're no longer happy. And that's where I was at. It's not about, at this point in my life, it's not about the money, just the money. I want to be able to help others. I get DMs 24/7 with these questions about course careers, what it was like or what did I do to get jobs. So let's break this down. So number one, before you take any course, anything in life, no matter what it is that you're doing, you have to have the right mindset up here, right? Especially in this day and age with everything going on, you see all the negative news and all these things that might distract you. The media. Don't get me started on that topic. You gotta listen to the right things. You gotta listen to the right people. You have to have that right mindset. This is what's gonna make you either finish this course or drop out. There's going to be 50-50 with anything in life. People are going to finish and some people are not. And it's about if you had the right mindset, right? Yes, there's a lot of layoffs going right now in the tech world, right? And, think about that. Yeah, there are layoffs, but is that going to stop you from finishing or even starting the course? Do you think that, I do feel for people who laid off their jobs and no one is not ever safe in any field, honestly speaking, especially, some states that you may work in. So think about that. You started looking at tech for a reason. Maybe you don't like what you're doing. Maybe you want to make more money. Maybe you want more free time. So if you're going to let the negative news stop you from looking, I want you to forget about that for a minute, right? You might hear family members say, hey, I heard, man, so-and-so got laid off at the tech company they're working in. Are you sure you want to get into tech? You're going to hear that, right? But think about it. Are they in the field? Are they looking out there? There are jobs out there. There's still jobs out there. You may have to do a little bit more research to see, hey, is this company a good fit? Are they aligned? Oh, it's in the real estate world? Well, interest rates are up. Or yes, you're gonna have to think about that, right? But I need you to have that right mindset. The negative Nancy's in your life, you're gonna have to take them out right now while you're finishing this course or getting started. You're gonna have to zone that out. You're gonna have to zone out the negative news. I need you to stay positive, stay within, and have that right mindset. Because if you don't, you're doomed before you even get started. Alrighty? So that's number one, right? Number two thing that we're gonna talk about today is once you start the course, don't think you're smarter than how it was created. Like you think, oh, let me skip these steps, let me do this, and follow it step by step. There's a reason why there's graduates and those of us who received 10 plus job offers, those of us who had the options, because we followed the course step by step. Yes, there might be certain things you may already know depending on what field you're coming from, but take it in, realize what you're doing, why you're doing discovery outreach, why you're learning these different systems. Think about that for a moment and stop thinking, hey, we're too smart, I already know about sales and things of that nature. Like, look, I come from I've done sales my whole life, right? And that's coming from my perspective to say, hey, tech sales is something different. I've never done that before. So let me come in with an open mind. That's why sometimes Industries would rather hire someone who doesn't have experience, because when you don't have experience, you don't have that negative notion like, well, at my old company, I did it this way. Like, stop that right there. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The things you probably don't want to hear right now, I'm going to tell you, because if I'm not being real with you guys, I wouldn't be doing you a service, right? So follow it step by step, right? The third thing is, as soon as you start the course, fix your resume. Look at your resume. See how you can look at some of the jobs that are out there. I want you to do a search. Look at business development rep or sales development rep, which is the intro to tech, right? Look those careers up and see how, okay, on this post job description for BDR, SDR, they're saying, hey, you need to learn how to outreach and how to upsell clients. Think about it. If you work retail, this is how you can, show those skills are transferable. If you worked retail, you were a cashier, you could say, hey, look, I worked at Old Navy. I did in high school. I worked at Old Navy, and think about it. Did you have to sell people credit cards? Did you have to talk to them about credit cards? Hey, I upsold the credit card to X amount of clients. This is what the ratio was. If you know the stats, throw that in there. That's how you make it transferable with the language in tech. So fix your resume. There's resume builders out there on LinkedIn. If you're unsure, Fiverr, there's different avenues that you can go to fix your resume. So not having a resume is not an excuse. And even in CourseCareers, they give you a great template that you can use for your resume, which I use as well. You just have to get a little bit creative. And like I said, show how your skills, whether you come from real estate, beauty industry, wherever industry you came in, you're dealing with people, it's transferable. Don't say, I don't have any experience or things of that nature. It's there. So you want to fix up your resume, right? Fourth thing is to optimize your LinkedIn. Why? Everybody and their mother is on LinkedIn, right? All the tech companies that you're going to be applying for, a lot of them are on LinkedIn. So what they're going to do, the first thing they're going to do is that the minute you apply somewhere, even if you apply on their website, what they're going to do, they're going to pull you up on LinkedIn, look you up, see, so what's on your resume, you want to make sure that matches your LinkedIn as well. Optimize it, learn how to put the skills on there, what you did, how long you've been there, highlight some of the best things that you think are transferable into the tech sales, and put that in your LinkedIn. That's very important. And tied to that as well, add a photo, right? Add your picture. It doesn't have to be in a suit or anything. This is tech. It's not financial services. That's one thing I had to learn. I had to feel like I'm in a suit every day and things of that nature. In tech, it's laid back. Of course, you still have goals to meet, but it's laid back. They're not depending on what, maybe if you're in fintech or with a bank, that's a different story. Maybe, that's a little bit more suit and tie type, but usually fintech, the tech field is laid back. So have a good photo, because some of you guys have been sending me on LinkedIn, you guys have been sending me connections and invites, but you don't have a photo. That's the first thing. Bro, these phones that we have, the iPhone, Android, they have great cameras. Have somebody take a picture, get a little ring light or take it with natural light, take a photo, boom, edit, you're good. Stop thinking about that. If you're worried about a company not hiring you because of what you look like, then you don't want to work for that company anyways. So stop being scared, especially if you're trying to get your foot in the door. Have a photo, okay? Optimize your LinkedIn. Have connections, connect with people, post on there. Hey, I just started CourseCareers. I'm excited. People are going to start reaching out to you, recruiters, former alumni of CourseCareers, and we're gonna help you get more attention on your LinkedIn. And guess what? Once you're done with the course or you're almost finished, you're gonna have people reaching out to you when you have an optimized LinkedIn, right? So now, the fifth step I'm going to talk about, which I think is, all steps are great, All of them are good. All of them I want you guys to follow, but practice interviewing. Course Career, we have that as well, but I need you to go a little bit further, right? Practice in front of the mirror. Like, okay, there's questions, there's smart questions on Course Career that they talk about. Like, okay, now usually, so when tech, usually there's about 3 rounds of interview. The first one, you're speaking to a recruiter. They may not know too much. They just want to know, like, hey, does this person know about the company? And which I'm going to create another video. I'm going to show you how to, I'm going to explain how to interview properly. But you want to make sure you're practicing how to interview. You know, one of the main questions they're going to ask you, hey, tell me about yourself. If you're going on an elaborate story of how you were raised and, you know, if it doesn't tie in with the company, that's pointless. So that's why you need to practice, so you know how to keep things short and simple and straight to the point. So you have to practice interviewing, practice in the mirror, you know, practice with the family member, practice recording and having that interview. That's one thing I wish I would have known, because at the beginning, yeah, you know, it's in Course Career, like I said. Remember I said follow step by step, but I'm like, man, I've been in sales already. I know how to speak to people. But the beginning, you know, I did get a lot of interviews at the beginning. I was getting a lot of interviews. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that as well. We're gonna make a video of that. But I realized I wasn't moving forward to the second round. After a week, I remember a week I had like 10 interviews in like 3 days. I'm like, man, why am I not moving forward? But you know what it was? That question, it may be so simple, but tell me about yourself. Tell me about the company, why you're interested, and why you're a good fit. You know, when we don't know how to answer those questions properly, that's gonna throw us off. And you know, guess what? Now you're gonna have to interview a lot more. So I'm gonna tell you that step right there would have saved me a lot of time early, but I did learn it. But I'm just telling you guys right now so you don't make the same mistake. And number 6, rely on your peers, people who are taking the course with you, alumni in there. Utilize a Discord group, utilize LinkedIn. We're all here to help you hone in on that, because you know, a lot of us are working at companies now, you know, and they're hiring. My company's even hiring. I want you guys to reach out to me, you know, and explain, hey, what's the process like? You know, what's the company? You know, what it's about, things that nature. I can help you guys, you know, speak to other alumni too. Look at other, you know, other companies you've been looking at. If you know somebody from CourseCareers, message them. You know, people are pretty open. They're going to give you tips. So you have to seek that though. You can't just sit back and say, well, I finished this boot camp, so people are just gonna be knocking on the door and, you know, wanting to interview me. It doesn't always happen that way for people. So that's why you have to focus on you. Stop looking at my experience, another person's experience. Well, this person got a job right then and there off the bat. You have to focus on you. So those are the 6 steps I'm gonna leave you guys with. But if you haven't taken the course yet and you're looking to take CourseCareers, I have my code down below in this description. That code will help you save $50 for taking the course. Oh, I know it doesn't sound like much, but $50 goes a long way. It'll help you save $50. If you have any questions, want to get on, connect with me on LinkedIn, you know, connect with me on Instagram, but mainly LinkedIn is the best place to reach out to me. Reach out to me, guys. You know, before you sign up for the course, have any additional questions, use my code so you could get that $50 off. And then from there, you just take it from there. Alrighty. So these are what you're going to use to break into tech. Look out for my next video. I'm going to give you guys step by step of how to find remote jobs, how to properly interview, because I want you guys to succeed as well too. I know this market might seem scary, but I'm going to show you how to navigate properly. And you know, last thing guys, subscribe to this video, look out for more, hit that follow button, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.